Hello people, I'm Ivan and welcome back to my channel where I will talk about literature. Today is gonna be a special day because I chose the first book I'm going to talk to you about, and this is gonna be Anna Karenina, which is written by Leo Tolstoy. I don't have an English version of this book, but I'm Russian and I have, of course, have a Russian version of this book, so we have what we have today. I'm not really talkative guy and I'm just a little bit nervous that I've started to running the YouTube channel and it's just something new for me, something out of my comfort zone. And today I'm going to talk to you about the Anna Karenina, of course, and the ideas that are behind this book. So, let's get started, shall we? Anna Karenina is one of the most famous and well-known novels around the world about the unhappy love of a married woman, and it was written by Leo Tolstoy, as you well know. The novel shows us a broad picture of the life of a noble society in the second half of the 19th century in Russia. Also, it is sketching us the images of the peasant's life. This dramatic work tells us about eternal human values. Such topics as ethics, psychology of family life were raised for the first time in Russian literature. Also were brought to the life topics such as the old way of life and the modern one, when a person does not really believe in God and is not afraid of sin, and vice is no longer considered absolutely forbidden. The writer shows how these new characters get along with those who adhere to the old way of life. Tolstoy started to write his Anna Karenina in 1873, and it was published in parts in the magazine The Russian Messenger, or Ruski Vestnik if you speak Russian. The last part of it was published in 1877 and the entire novel in 1878. During this period, the author decided to implement some of his ideas by writing his work about the family life of the woman from high society who ruined her life and her future. Tolstoy was very concerned about the problems of family and marriage. He said that his main goal was not to cause pity for the heroine, but to show her innocence. The novel doesn't have a historical or political background as it was in War and Peace, and the reader is invited to reflect on relationships of people of different generations, about family ties, about adultery, its origins, etc. The writer worked on the novel for more than 4 years, from 1873 to 1877. He did not limit himself to the topic of family. His attention didn't escape that family relations were closely connected with the historical era, with the social and philosophical aspects of life. In the process of his work, the boundaries of the family and everyday novel were significantly expanded, and the work turned into a voluminous socio-psychological novel with a deep moral and philosophical content. The novel covered not only the life and human relations of that time, but it also contained Leo Tolstoy's arguments about the nature of social relations, spiritual unity, happiness and misery of people. Tolstoy admitted in his diaries that the divine Pushkin pushed him to create the novel. Rereading his Eugene Onegin, he imagined a type of a woman married from high society but who lost herself. Subsequently, Leo Tolstoy changed the names of the characters, introduced new ones, and developed new storylines. The main character also changed outwardly and became one of the best female images in world literature. The questions that arise after reading this novel are still relevant today. Justify or condemn this woman? What kind of attitude does a lady deserve who left her beloved son for a lover? How could a father give his daughter to be raised by a stranger? What rights does have a bird in a golden cage? And lot of more and more questions. Tolstoy appeared not only as a great artist, but a moral philosopher and social reformer as well. In the novel, he posed a number of questions that worried him in this era of uncertainty when everything is turned upside down in Russia and was just beginning to get normal. Among these questions, two particularly attracted Tolstoy's attention. First one is the position of the women in the family and society, and the second one is the role of the noble class in country and its prospects. Tolstoy's goal wasn't to condemn and indisputably resolve the issue, but to teach to love life in all of its manifestations. If I were told that what I shall write will be read in 20 years by the children of today, and that they will weep and smile over it, and will fall in love with life, I would devote all my life and all my strength to it. Just to summarize all of topics that exist in this book, let's just notice the most important ones. First of all, and of course the most important one, is love. For Tolstoy, love is something that went beyond romantic relationship. In the novel Anna Karenina, we observe the main character who is torn apart between her feelings for her son on the other and her lover on the other side. The second of all is gonna be family, of course. Family is the most important thing for Tolstoy as well, because he considered to be a family man, and he shows us in Anna Karenina the story about three families. One is perfect, one is broken, and the third one is almost on the edge of divorce. The third and the last one is going to be the dependence on the public opinion, because all of the decisions that are made, they are going to reflect on the life in the society. Tolstoy's thought that one of the problem of the novel is how the decisions that characters are going to make is going to reflect on their life outside the family. And after more than 140 years that have passed since the first publication of the novel, it continues to excite the world. The words of the great genius and humanist haven't lost their life intonations today. They seem to be addressed to today's reader. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy this one. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.